And listen, the amount of sacrifice, People say, hey, yeah, she's late. She's late a lot. Yo, y'all lucky I make it on this blood raw stage every night. Pour out my heart and my soul on the stage. And I don't do it. I don't do it because they let me do it. I do it because I stand here in the name of God and I do it. God is the one who allows me to do it, who surrounded me with family and community when there was no support, when the album sold so many records and no one showed up and said, hey, would you like to make another one?
From Robert Glasper's interview, how she treated her musicians in a certain way. And now she's talking about like why nobody's coming to me to make an album. This is the proof of what had happened throughout this time, how she had treated musicians.
In 2005, that's when my career changed and I didn't have to do anything I didn't want to do. Because that's when I got signed and I was doing my own thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So whenever I got into a situation that I realized, I was bye-bye. Quickly.
Would you really?
Oh, I've done that quickly. I've done that to a few artists.
Oh, I want to ask. Oh,
I'll say her name.
Let her rip.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Lauryn Hill.
What?
Why you do Lauryn Hill like that?
No. Why she do me like that? I mean, if you ask any musician, most people wouldn't know unless you know musicians that's played for her. Mm-hmm. But I did a show with Lauryn. This is 2008, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's from Mont Blanc Jewelry Corporation. Right? She's getting $500,000 for this show. It's a 20-minute show. My friend was the MD. He said, Rob, we're doing a show in LA. You want to do this show? Mind you, 2 years prior, she had been calling me, trying to get me to come to her house to audition. I'm already a signed artist. I'm traveling the world doing my own thing. I don't do auditions. So I was like, sorry, I don't do auditions. If you want me, you can listen to my album. I like you. You can do like that. I'm not auditioning. I don't audition.
Now, Rob, that could have came across a little...
No, but this one day, she was calling me, talking about play for me over the phone.
What?
No, you're not doing that. Yeah, can you play with the phone then? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm like, no, but I do have albums out. #1 jazz albums on the charts. If you like, you can check those out. And then you know what I mean? But I'm not auditioning. I'm not. Lauryn has a show in New York. You want to play? I'm like, all right, what's the deal? He's like, rehearsing for 1 week for a 20-minute show. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we rehearse a whole week, like 10 hours a day. Every day she comes in and changes the show, changes what she wants to do. Completely. We're like, okay, so, Anyway, the last rehearsal, she doesn't show up. Her manager shows up and says, Lauryn's not really feeling the way you guys have been learning the music, so we're going to cut your pay in half. The last rehearsal, the day before the show. We're going to cut your pay in half. First of all, we won't get paid that much anyway, but understand she's getting $500,000.
Yeah.
So seriously, you're going to take these 5 musicians and cut their pay in half? We weren't.
I see Robert Glasper.
No, but that's a fair question. We
weren't. No, but she has a thing of, she likes to fire bands. I can rattle off 15 guys off the top of my head. She will go on tour with a band. And in the city that they're doing a show, she'll hold auditions for her band.
Wait a minute.
Who does that?
So why would any other musicians would want to work with someone who's stealing other people's money, disrespecting, and unstable?
So I went around the world and I played the same album over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay. I guess she played that album over and over and over and over and over and over again. But I also know she had the Unplugged 2.0 album, which she plays guitar and sings a song. I believe that she have her ability to make her own album if she really wanted to. So I don't understand why she complains about the fact that she had to play the same album over and over and over again over these 20 years.
Because we're the survivors. And we're not just the survivors, we're the thrivers.
Amen.
And not only do we want to thrive, but we want to see everyone thrive.
Listen to piano player. I know they need it.
Right.
The gig's tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I'm going home. I walk out, the manager runs, and first of all, before she even came in, the MD, my friend, was like, just so you know, don't look her in the eye. Call her Miss Hill.
So these rumors be true? Like
That's 100% true.
Don't look her in the eye.
Don't look her in the eye. And you have to call her Miss Hill. Don't look her in the eye. So in one of the days in rehearsal, she was like, Robert, I need you to blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, Lauren. Respect, I respect. Respect, respect. You know what I mean? You can't come into a situation, especially when you've already stolen all of my friends' music. Miseducation was made by great musicians and producers that I know.
Oh, Lord.
Personally.
Go ahead, what you talking about?
Did she really wanted everyone to thrive?
We want to see everyone live.
My theory is that she achieved certain success that brought her huge amount of money and huge success. But I guess she made a choice to mistreat her team, her musician, not paying them correctly, actually taking their money away, stealing, right? And then from there, maybe her ego attached to certain things and she's spending more than what she can actually afford. And she is starting to feel entitled with all of the things that had happened. So, otherwise, why would she really complaining about the things that she only played one album over and over and again, and almost seems like bring out the family, it almost seems like she's begging for something to be recognized, yet it is not really being delivered because what she had been done is revealing without her knowing, because the truth always comes to the surface. So from there, because it doesn't make much sense, I mean, it is cool to bring out family to the concert and celebrate, especially your mother's birthday. But in that concert, she's been playing just unplugged. And this is something that I'm really also concerned of as well.
Gentlemen, if I start in one key, you meet me in that key. You meet me in that key. Give me the key. Give me the key. Key to the verse. Yeah, key to the verse. All right. That's all I need. I look at my environment.
There's no doubt that she is phenomenal musicality, voice, stuff. She can sing. She have the music, right? She have the soul. But she constantly mentioned about the keys, which is, maybe it is the most singer's mistake out there as well, that you think that every other musician have to adjust only for you, but you also need to know how to adjust yourself within different keys, because it is a teamwork rather than just one-sided thing. And it is her ability as a musician to work well with the other musicians, if that makes sense. And then she's shouting the name of all beings, the name of her soul. It seemed a little ridicule for me. God created us to be strong enough to serve others and gave us all the opportunities and talents whatsoever to come back to the community and be with people. Maybe she made a choices that was wrong. Maybe it was too late for her to correct some mistakes before it sunk into her egotistic life too much. But there is never too late to admit your mistakes and admit your character, like to improve your character. Also, God is ever forgiving anyway. It is us that walks away from the Lord.
Especially when you've already stolen all of my friends' music. This education was made by great musicians and producers that I know.